up? I'm Shelby Ekman.
And I'm Melanie Chappa.
And we are your hosts for Volume 7 of WHS TV.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you. Singing, we will rock you. We will rock you.
So as most of you know, finals week's coming up here at Woodhaven High School, so in an effort to reduce stress, we're going to have casual week here in the school store. Basically just like a casual Friday, but it's going to be the whole week. Hopefully everything runs smoothly.
Last week I did a fire safety seminar and no one paid attention. Now it's time to put it to the test. Today, smoking's gonna save lives.
You guys smell that?
Smells like smoke. Someone check the handle, make sure they're on fire. I think it's a fire! God!
Oh my God!
Hey, it's happening! It's happening! Everyone stay calm! Stay calm!
Take my parka!
Jason, no! Jason, you can't die! Don't leave us! No! Okay, so you all know what happened to Jason, and in order for us to know what to do next time a situation like that happens, I brought Alex here to show us how to all do CPR.
That's too fast. You want to pump at a beat of 100 beats per minute.
Okay, but just so I keep up, how many beats is that per hour?
I don't know, but a good way to remember is to do it to the tune of Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Do you know that song?
Yeah. When I was young, I was petrified.
No. Do Staying Alive, Staying Alive.
Staying alive.
Good.
Staying alive.
Stay alive, stay alive.
You can't see when the real use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk.
Stay alive, stay alive. Stay alive.
No, you lost him. Nobody continued CPR. Nobody called an ambulance. What are you gonna do now?
Is he an organ donor?
He is.
Hurry up, boys. We only have minutes to harvest his organs.
That's expensive.
Stop. Shut up.
I don't feel good.
Nolan, what are you doing?
Nolan, what are you
Jay!
doing?
Oh my God!
Nolan! So casual week was not a success. We did not reduce Jason's stress, and HR has banned the event for the future. But you know, I might bring it back. Sometimes as the leader, you gotta make the tough decisions. You know, I'm also their friend. People ask me whether I'd rather be feared or loved. Easy, both. I want people to be afraid of how much they love me.
Hey Shelby, you heard about the Alumni breakfast?
No, I haven't.
Let's take a look at the recap.
On Friday, December 21st, Woodhaven High School hosted their annual alumni breakfast. The class of 2015 through 2018 were invited to reunite, catch up over breakfast, as well as see their old teachers. We asked former Woodhaven High School student Justin Sharon how high school prepared him for college as well as his future career.
It prepared me pretty well. You know, the teachers are tough, and they gave you a lot of work, so it gets you ready for college and stuff. And I was in the welding program, so that got me ready for, doing stuff on my own too. So.
He also gave advice to the seniors.
Live it up, because senior year is going to be one of the best years of your life, and it goes by pretty quick.
The event was a huge success with almost 200 alumni present. Thank you to everyone who came. This has been Amaris Moore from WHS TV. Once a warrior, always a warrior.
Hey Mel, have you been going to any of the games? I heard they've been doing really good lately.
No, I haven't been to any, but why don't we go check it out?
Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Ileana.
And welcome to WSPN. Today we'll be covering our winter sports.
Hey Morgan, have you heard about the hockey team recently?
No, what about them?
They're having a really good season so far.
Really? Let's check them out.
I'm here with two varsity hockey players, Zach Robinson and Carson Fordury. So Zach, how do you feel about it being your last season playing on the Woodhaven hockey team?
It's really sad, obviously. Me and Carson have been on the team for the past 4 years now, so it's going to be sad when the season ends. We made lots of memories in the past 4 years, so hopefully this last year, for the rest of the year, we're going to just go out on a bang and make a statement. So.
Carson, what are some of your favorite moments from this year so far?
I got a couple. Definitely in practice, being on Zach Robinson's line. Me and Carson Mack cherish it. We score a lot of backdoor feeds. Another one, I get the ball with the brows. And last one is beating Country Day.
Zach, how do you feel about being the school record holder for most career points?
It's obviously really cool, but it wasn't just me. I needed a lot of help from Carson Cars, so they were obviously always there. And the past 2 years, they've given me lots of goals and lots of assists too. So it wasn't just me. It was an all-around team effort, but it's something that I'm very honored to hold. So.
Wow, what a great season the boys are having so far. Good luck this Saturday to the boys as they take on Carlson.
Up next is basketball. Speaking of which, have you been to any of the games?
No, how are they doing?
Let's bounce it over to our basketball team to let you know.
So I'm here with two varsity basketball players, Troy Campbell and Josh Warren. So Troy, what do you predict for the rest of the season?
I predict that we win districts and hopefully make a run in the state tournament. But more importantly, we need to take it one game at a time.
And Josh, how do you feel about breaking the school record?
It feels good to be a part of history. Wish I couldn't have done it without my teammates, my family, and shout out to the tribe.
Hi, I'm here with senior basketball players Marina Clinton and Olivia Dennison. Mer, how do you feel about the pretty much all new basketball team you guys have this year?
We're good. The chemistry is better than any team we've had, and all the girls get along really well.
Liv, what's a big game you guys think you have coming up?
We have to play Carlson this Friday for Snowball, and it should be a pretty good game because they've been our rivals for a couple of years. So.
Hockey and basketball aren't the only teams doing so well.
We pinned down some of our wrestlers to catch up on their season.
I'm here with varsity wrestlers Josh Waters and Mason Grush. So Mason, do you think you'll make it to states this year?
Yeah, I think we should have 5 or 6 state qualifiers this year.
Hi, Josh. How many teams have you guys beaten this year?
We're currently undefeated in the league and are 18-4 as a team.
And that's it for your sports recap. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Ileana.
And this has been WSPN.
Do you enjoy helping kids? Do you want to visit your old elementary school? If so, you should sign up for WHS Power Hour. We talked to the head of Power Hour, Mr. C.
Power Hour is a program we started a few years back that allows our current students to go back to our 5 elementary schools to work with teachers and younger students. When they go back to those schools, oftentimes they'll either do a small math lesson, work with small groups, read a book, whatever the teacher wants them to do. They're usually there about a half an hour at the other school, do some activities with some younger kids.
During our conversation, we also asked Mr. C what the benefits of Power Hour was.
I think it's always great to give back. As Warriors, we always talk about getting involved, making memories. So those are good memories that you have as a student going back to your old elementary school, seeing how little the kids look. It's an exciting time for our kids, and the elementary kids really love to see bigger students come in, and they look up to them and look forward to them helping them out. At Power Hour, students work one-on-one, make relationships, hang out with kids. They help out students. students should sign up for Power Hour because it's a small window of time. It's just once a month, usually on a Friday. We leave around 9 a.m. They get back around 10:30, so they miss most of second hour, a little bit of third hour. And they get an opportunity to go back to their old schools, see their old teachers, and help some of our students in our district.
If you are interested in participating in Power Hour, you can still sign up in the main office.
It's a new year, and people have already started their New Year's resolutions. According to Business Insider, 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February. We gathered some students to see how they plan on keeping their New Year's resolution. Let's go. Hello, I'm here with
Mark Rome.
Jenna,
Kenny. TJ. Kayla.
Kyla. Hi, Kyla. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
Yes, to stop procrastinating.
Resolution is to drink more water.
Yes, I would like to learn how to play the piano.
To purchase a vehicle.
Becoming a SoundCloud rapper.
Okay.
Yeah, my New Year's resolution is to get a 4.0.
Okay, and how do you plan on keeping your New Year's resolution?
I'm gonna get a big water bottle and I'm gonna fill it with water and drink it.
Well, just in my free time, look up videos on YouTube on how to learn different chords and different styles. So, yeah.
Start saving my money better and start spending money on it.
Follow my role model, Kakashi69.
Man, I just gotta study better, you know.
Why do you think 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by February?
Probably because people don't have any commitment and they give up a lot.
People don't follow their dreams.
People just give up after the first month and don't care.
They probably fail because they're not in their bag.
Not in their bag.
Because people are not motivated enough. You feel me?
Motivation.
I would think it's that because it's really hard to start up a new habit just as it's hard to break habits. So I think people just put themselves up for failure sometimes if it's too hard and out of their normality of comfort zones.
Okay. This has been Jamie Champion from WHS. Good luck with your New Year's resolution, Warriors.
Are those some chords you got there?
Yeah, what do you guys have?
Feeling used, but I'm still missing you, and I can't see the end of this. Just wanna feel your kiss against my lips, and now all this time is passing by, but I still can't seem to tell you why. It hurts me every time I see you, realize how much I need you. I hate you, I love you, I hate that I love you. Don't want to, but I can't.
Versace, Medusa head on me like I'm Illuminati.
Why are you so happy all the time? It's like, how? Well, I guess this is the only option.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I've been so quiet, I got the world like, what the f is he planning? Just make sure that you got a backup plan, cause like I'm in handy. Started a label, the album is coming September, just wait on it.
You got the pods now?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Welcome here. Welcome to the squad.
Finals week can be a scary time for students, but we have gathered some of Woodhaven High School's best teachers to give you the advice you need to beat finals.
I was told to give you some advice on what to do to be very successful on your finals. Well, my first word of advice would be to get a good night's sleep. Have a good breakfast. Some scrambled eggs, maybe with a little sausage, ham, a little pepper cheese there. And one of Mr. Ford's classic omelets would be the perfect thing. Also, probably have a good set of pencils and erasers. And most of all, chunk the information. Now I'm getting serious here now, really. Chunk the information beforehand. Don't cram overnight. one of the worst mistakes I ever made in my lifetime. That's why I didn't graduate from high school. That's why I basically flunked out of college. I tried to cram for all my exams. So the best thing to do is to chunk it, little bits of information for 2 weeks leading up to that particular final exam. You do that, and I'll guarantee you're going to be 100. Is that right, Mr. Short? I don't remember.
My advice is to accept being nervous. If you need to throw up, make sure you throw up, but you do it in the appropriate places. In my classroom on the floor is not okay. I'd also encourage you guys to maybe even make a calendar and plan out what you want to accomplish for each day, so that it makes it more manageable. I think a lot of us just become overwhelmed because all of it's happening over the course of 3 days, and being able to break it down, I think, will alleviate some of that anxiety that we have.
Advice for kids for taking AP finals: space out your studying, don't cram it. Study with other people helps. So if someone is interested in the subject, just tell them everything you know. Teach them it. And get a good night's sleep. 'Cause I know how you guys...
All right, if you get a cheat sheet, I would recommend doing it the night or two before. That way you kind of know where you put everything down. So you say, hey, I put this down here. You're not going to be fishing around for it. So save your cheat sheet for the last night or two. That'd be your cramming. But really, 3 steps to success on the final exam. You want to be comfortable with all the questions they're going to ask, so look at your review. You want to be confident, practice those questions, and when there's something that you don't know how to do, just make sure you show signs of life. So just put something down that resembles a right answer. And remember this, from the famous Mr. Krogel: if you fail to prepare, prepare to fail.
All right, students, you've heard from Woodhaven's finest. Don't cram, eat a solid breakfast, and prepare. Good luck, Warriors.
This is Marcus Brown, our Bachelor. He is a senior and enjoys playing basketball and hanging out with his friends. We will ask Marcus 4 questions to see who he matches with the best. The first question is, what do you look for in a girl? Personality or looks?
Personality.
What's your favorite sport? Basketball, football, or soccer?
Self-explanatory, basketball.
What's your ideal dinner date? McDonald's, Black Rock, or Hot and Ready Pizza?
Probably a hot and ready.
What's your go-to outfit? Dressy, bumming, or just casual?
Just casual.
This is Bachelor number 1, Alexa Pimer. She enjoys playing softball and hanging out with friends and is looking for a snowball date. All right, the first question is, what do you look for in a guy? Personality or looks?
Personality.
What's your favorite sport? Basketball, football, or soccer?
Soccer.
What's your ideal dinner date? McDonald's, Black Rock, or Hot and Ready Pizza?
Black Rock.
The last question, what's your go-to outfit? Dressy, bumming, or just casual?
Always dressy.
This is Bachelor number 2, Kate Curry, and she enjoys playing hockey and softball and is looking forward to snowball. The first question is, what do you look for in a guy? Personality or looks?
Looks.
What's your favorite sport? Basketball, football, or soccer?
Football.
What's your ideal dinner date? McDonald's, Black Rock, or Hot and Ready Pizza?
McDonald's.
What's your go-to outfit? Dressy, bumming, or just casual?
Bumming.
This is Bachelor number 3, Marla Matatal. She likes to cook and cheer. She's looking for a snowball date. The first question is, what do you look for in a guy? Personality or looks?
Personality.
What's your favorite sport? Basketball, football, or soccer?
Basketball.
What's your ideal dinner date? McDonald's, Black Rock, or Hot and Ready Pizza?
Hot and Ready Pizza.
What's your go-to outfit? Dressy, bumming, or just casual?
Just casual.
This is Bachelor number 4, Alex Sachs. She enjoys reading books and swimming and is looking for a snowball date. The first question is, what do you look for in a guy? Personality or looks?
Personality.
The next question is, what's your favorite sport? Basketball, football, or soccer?
Basketball.
The next question is, what's your ideal dinner date? McDonald's, Black Rock, or Hot and Ready Pizza?
Hot and Ready Pizza.
What's your go-to outfit? Dressy, bumming, or just casual?
Bumming.
All right, Marcus. Meet your snowball date, Marla.
How you doing, Marla?
Hey Mal, I wonder who's the senior spotlight this week.
I'm not sure, but let's go watch and see.
For this episode of Senior Spotlight, we interviewed Jeff Lazuski, Woodhaven's bowling prodigy.
He is currently ranked in the top tiers for the class of 2019.
I've been bowling for give or take about 13 years. My dad's owned a pro shop for a while, so I got to start leagues a year early. You're supposed to start at 5, but I started at 4, so I've been bowling for give or take 13 years now.
So your dad's the one who brought you into this sport?
Yeah, my dad and my whole dad's side of the family, everybody's bowled from his dad's dad, so on and so forth.
All right. How's the season looking for you at WHS?
Personally, I'm 11-1. As a team, we're 8-0. We're looking real good. We got a lot of tournaments coming up. Regionals are in end of February, and just getting the team ready for regionals and states.
Where do you plan on going after WHS if you have bowling in your future?
After WHS, I'm going to a college in Wisconsin called University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. We are top 10 in the nation right now for collegiate bowling, but we are ranked as a club because of the size of the school. But we are still a competitive school, so I'm looking to compete at the college level still.
Is there any advice you'd like to give to underclassmen on the bowling team?
Is attitude, 100%. Anytime that a team gets up on you, if your team can stay in control and can stay focused, other people mess up, people make mistakes, no one's perfect. And if you can keep your head on straight, then you can compete in any level of the sport.
All right, thank you, Jeff. Thanks for your time.
Chappa? Here. Moore?
She's not here.
Again?
I really wish she knew about the AVS policy.
It's that time of year, Warriors. AVS notices are being sent out. Many students do not understand the AVS policy and why we have it. In the 2017 and 2018 school year, 93% of students are present at school every day. From 2015 to 2018, there's been a decline of 3% in student attendance. 80 to 90 students do not show up. Here we talk to Mr. Short in depth of the AVS policy.
So AVS is one aspect of the school's attendance policy, and it means if a student has more than 9 unexcused absences, they have to pass the final exam with a 79% in that class in order to receive credit. Well, we put it in place because we value coming to school every day. We value attendance. We value showing up. And AVS is one way that we can encourage kids not to miss school for the wrong reasons. And so an excused absence is a medical, court, funeral, college visit. Everything else counts toward AVS. So what happens if you don't? That means you get a W on your transcript instead of your passing grade. And you have that W until your attendance improves. So let's say next semester you aren't on AVS, well, you get your original grade back. In the end, we work with students. What I want a message to get clear is that the AVS policy, it's not a gotcha, it's a deterrent.
Here we interviewed staff and students on their views on AVS.
I like AVS because I feel like to learn, you need to be here.
In a student's perspective, do you believe the AVS policy is fair?
Not only fair, but generous. You have to come to school, you have to get here and be present to learn. And I do feel like it gives a kid the second chance if it's needed.
I think it's fair. I mean, I think 10 absences is a lot. It's a lot of school to miss. And I think if you're not here for 10 days, there should be some accountability with it.
From a student's perspective, do you think AVS is pretty fair?
I think so. I mean, we give you a chance to earn the grade while you're still in the class. You can't earn the credit back if you have less than 10 absences next semester. So I think that's a nice little incentive for the student to show up more.
How do you feel about AVS?
I think AVS is not a great program to have set up because some students can't make it to school on time. I personally don't think AVS should be the way that they handle absences in the school.
What should they change about it?
Having to get an 80% on the final, because I feel like that's a little bit unrealistic.
What do you think would work better?
That's something that the school would have to decide, not me.
In conclusion, there are many mixed opinions on the AVS policy, but the intents of administrators and teachers are to help students in any way, shape, or form. If you are concerned about being on AVS, then talk to Mr. Short or your counselor about your options and ways to avoid it. Thank you for watching.
I like these new floors. I wonder when they're going to be done.
I don't know. Let's hear about the construction update.
The construction projects at WHS seem to never end. Between the floors of the PBLZ, the addition, and the new office, WHS has changed dramatically, but is not stopping there. A new gym and pool are being worked on as of right now. we have Mr. C and the foreman to give us the new details about the renovations.
We've had several things done to our building that we're excited about. Our community passed a bond, and I know a lot of money from the bond was spent here at Woodhaven High School. These new offices were opened last spring break to make a nice focal point for our building. So when people call it Telegraph Road, they know where Woodhaven High School is at. Last January, we also opened our new vocational wing in the back, where we moved our welding and wood shop and CAD and art classes. So that's complete. We're excited about that. And this summer, we opened our PBLZ area for students to enjoy. That opened this August for students to be ready to go when they came back in September. And now the final phase of what they're updating. They've done some flooring throughout the building, changed the wall areas where a lot of the drinking fountains are. And the final phase that's supposed to be completed by this August is our new main gym and pool, which we're very excited about. We know that they're going to do the parking lots next summer. I believe they're going to start with this parking lot here on the west side of the building. It'll be done over the summer before kids return, and they're trying to decide when they'll do the east lot. There are a little bit of talks about possible adding some parking spaces in the area, but that hasn't been finalized. But after that, that should be just about the end of our construction here at Woodhaven High School.
We've completed 2 years of construction. We have approximately 8 months left. The phasing of the project, completing areas, turning them over, not interfering with the school day. So those are our biggest complications. And just getting all the materials and everything back to the construction areas while students and staff are here. Restoring all the areas, restoring the lawn for the laydown area behind the football field, and then that should be it.
This has been Noah with WHS TV.
3, 2, 1, go.
We have a lot of great directors in this community. Let's take a look at one of them.
For this week's Directors of Our Community segment, we interviewed Athletic Director of Woodhaven Brownstown School District, Mr. Dave Fast, and asked him about his career up to this point, his motivation to become an athletic director, and his high school experience.
What motivated me was that throughout my life I've had, a positive experience in athletics, and athletics has kind of shaped me to become the person that I have, and I just feel very passionate about the role that athletics play in the lives of young people. And this was a great opportunity to have a huge impact on not only a school but a community, and try to provide our student athletes here at Woodhaven the best possible experience with athletics, and hopefully they grow from that and become better people. Probably like most of you guys, not really sure what I wanted to do in high school. I'll tell you a little bit about my high school experience. I grew up in Toledo, Ohio. I was a 3-sport athlete in Toledo, and had great coaches and people who had a positive influence on my life. I had the opportunity to go to Eastern Michigan University and play for a Hall of Fame coach, Coach Ostrike, and played baseball at Eastern. Got a teaching job and coaching job at Southgate, and then ultimately ended up here at Woodhaven. So that's kind of my path of how I kind of ended up where I'm at now.
So what does an average day look like as an athletic director?
Boy, it's hard to answer because every day is a little different. My main focus is making sure that all our athletic events go on as planned, and that we really do a great job of hosting events. They're very busy days. We got to make sure officials are there, transportation's all set up, our coaches know the schedule, all of those kind of things. So that's my main focus throughout the day. Then you're dealing with, responding to a lot of emails, several meetings with area athletic directors and things like that. So every day is really different, which is something I like about the job. I'm not exactly sure what my day is going to entail until I get here. I know our athletic events and what's going on for the day, but until I sit down and respond to emails or voice messages and things like that, you really don't know how the day is going to evolve. So I like that part of it.
We also asked Mr. Dave Fast about upcoming plans involving Woodhaven High School athletics.
Well, obviously the new construction is exciting, with a brand new gym and a brand new pool opening up at the beginning of next year. We're always looking for opportunities for our our students to participate in bigger and better tournaments and things like that. Look forward to hosting more events with our new facilities, especially at the state level, whether it's a regional or quarterfinals in some of the state tournaments. So I think our facilities will be some of the best facilities in the state of Michigan. So look forward to bringing other communities in and really showing off Woodhaven. What advice would I give to student athletes? Boy, there's a lot of advice. To be patient, to work hard. I think our student athletes really have 3 primary jobs. 1 is to be a great teammate, 2 is to be coachable, and 3 is to be, to work as hard as they possibly can. So I think if they do that, then the things will fall in line. I also want our student athletes to recognize that some of the things they're going through and some of the ups and downs that are involved in athletics are some of the will help prepare them for the ups and downs that they have in the rest of their lives. So athletics is a great avenue that we can provide kids, a great experience to provide kids to prepare them for the rest of their lives. And I want those kids to value that and appreciate it. And sometimes when you're going through the grind of a season, you don't always necessarily appreciate it, but I think when it's all said and done, we hope that their athletic experiences prepared them for a great life.
We would like to thank Mr. Dave Fest for taking the time to do this interview and for helping us get to know more about the directors of our community.
Before you decide where to attend college, check out these Michigan-based open houses. Alumni College is having a performing arts open house on January 21st. U of M Dearborn is offering 90-minute walking tours starting at 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Baker College is hosting an open house on Wednesday, February 6th from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Michigan University campus tours are Monday through Thursday during the mornings and afternoons. Campus tours are also available on Friday mornings and select Saturdays at 10 a.m. 90-minute walking tours are also available. Michigan Tech has morning tours at 8:30 a.m. and afternoon tours at 12:30 p.m. Walking tours are also available on Saturdays. The College for Creative Studies are hosting open houses on February 23rd, April 27th, March 23rd, and July 13th. Staying on top of these open house dates and visitation opportunities will help you better prepare for your future college career.
Do you want to be WHS royalty?
Yeah.
Do you want to be well known throughout Woodhaven?
Yeah.
We'll have just a solution for you. We interviewed former King Tony Cook to understand what it takes to run for court.
What motivated you to be on court?
What motivated me to be on court?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always thought about it. I was like, I wonder how many people are on court, and it wasn't that many. So I was like, I might as well and try to win.
Oh, for sure. What did you do to increase your chances to win?
What did I do? I talked to all my different friend groups and just tried to get them to vote for me. And I think that there's 2 people campaigning themselves. So me and this one girl tried to kind of campaign each other, but we didn't really do as much as they did.
How did it feel to win and become king?
You said how did it feel?
Yes.
Oh, it felt good. Look, I swear when you win king, you just get power. You just get power in your hands. It's so much better than not winning, I guess you could say. I don't know. It was pretty fun though, because I remember and I was in the middle of the court. I thought I was about to lose for a second, and then Mr. C said my name and everything was good. And the whole football team ran on the court. It was kind of sweet.
And the last question is, why should people run for court?
People should run for court because I think that you step outside your comfort zone, and when you do that, then it makes you feel I don't know, you're social, and it just makes you get out there, and you involved in your senior year of high school.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you for doing this interview. I appreciate it.
No problem.
And WHS misses you.
Miss you guys too.
Man, kids these days, always on their phones. But I'm just low-key checking my grades.
I wonder how long we've been on our phones. Well, there's an app on their phone. Let's get some more details on it.
Hey there, WHS. My name is Jacob Lorraine, and as we all know, WHS students always use their phones. but how much do they actually use them in class? To answer this question, we monitored one sophomore, junior, and senior to see how much time they use on their phone per day. Using the new feature, Screen Time, on iOS devices, we were able to find out how much time they're using their phones on the same day. Before we ran this investigation, we prepared 3 questions for each one of the students.
I spend a lot of time on my phone. I don't know if like the hours maybe, but I'm always on Snapchat or Instagram or just looking at random stuff.
Way too much time. It's all I ever do.
Probably at least like 10 hours.
I know my doctor says that it's bad, but I'm always on it. It doesn't really matter to me, I guess.
Depends on what you're doing. If you're like, I like to Skype and call people. So I think that's a good way if you're on your phone, but that's only a quarter of what I do. Most of the time I'm just on it just to be on it.
Yeah, because it takes away from like your daily activities.
Snapchat.
Definitely Snapchat.
Snapchat or YouTube.
All my friends are on there, and I don't really use like Messenger or anything because that's where I text my mom at.
Just it's an easy way to communicate with people rather than face to face.
My screen time for today is 4 hours and 38 minutes, and next to it says 2 hours and 39 minutes above average.
You realize that's 75% of the day.
Well,
I was only on my phone for 3 hours today, but those 3 hours were spent on Snapchat. So mainly me like just talking to my friends or just like taking pictures of my head because I have waves and I have to take pictures of my hair sometimes.
It was a lot more than I expected it to be, but apparently it was a lot less than it was from last week.
I listen to music during class on YouTube, so it's okay.
I guess since the first interview I was a little more conscious about it.
I don't know. I guess it's like not as bad as last week's, because last week's I had like 7 hours a day or some stuff like that. And like my whole week was like 31 hours. So yeah, it wasn't that bad.
Not really, because I really haven't looked at it in a long time, so I didn't expect it to be too much.
No, not at all. I thought it was gonna be worse. Because I'm definitely on my phone a lot more than I should be, but that's not bad. I think normally it's a lot worse than 4 hours and 38 minutes.
Yeah, they kind of did surprise me because I was like, dang, I'm on my phone a lot. Like, I pick up my phone like 8 times a day.
An article written by CNN states some screen time can be important for helping kids learn to use technology they'll need in their careers. They might also use it for beneficial ways to access educational games and programs and stay connected to family and friends. It also says, and social media platforms also forcing teens to confront stressful situations, from cyberbullying to photos of friends having fun at parties to which they weren't invited to. Knowing these facts, do you think students spend too much or too little time on screens?
I think we do spend too much time on our screens, but like the situations that you just said, like we're always going to be faced with bullying, we're always going to be faced with stress, and if anything, like this will prepare us in a way. Like there's always going to be things out of our control and people are always going to be mean. But with all like negatives, there are a lot of positive. It does help us with adapting with all the new technology that is happening. And it does help us connect with people that we normally wouldn't be able to connect to.
People spend way too much time on screens because like just seeing the things that happen during school, like people posting like teachers and stuff like that, even though when we're not supposed to, stuff like that's like basically illegal. So yeah, people spend a lot of time on their phones for no reason.
I still think they spend too much time on their phones and they don't worry about like actual human-to-human contact, rather than they're just gonna talk to each other behind the phone. Even if they're using it for educational purposes, I still feel like they need to get out and be more social, even with their education.
Although we are on our phones too much, I think that it definitely does have a good impact on us in a lot of ways. I think no matter what I find out, I'm still gonna use my phone probably just as much as I do. Maybe I'll use it a little bit less, but nothing's gonna change this habit. I mean, I've had a phone since freshman year. I've always been on my phone a lot. It keeps me busy and it helps me learn a lot of things that other people can't teach me. So I'm still gonna be on my phone a lot, just flat out.
Yeah, I feel like now I'm gonna be a little bit more conscious about how much time I'm actually spending on my phone and try to spend it doing other things.
Go.
Thanks for watching Volume 7 of WHS TV. Make sure to follow us on all of our social medias at WHS_TV212 on
Instagram
and Twitter
and
Snapchat. See you later, Warriors.